Namaste. Welcome to PMC channel. I am Dr. K. Anitha, currently working as assistant professor at one of the well-known college in Hyderabad. I am thankful for this platform provided by PMC channel to meet you all today. I am here today to talk to you all on a very interesting topic, that is self-development. A topic that is very much close to all of us and very important for all of us also in our daily life to overcome various pressures that we face every day. Now, self-development as a communication teacher, for me, this is a very big topic. The reason is because in communications, there's something called like intrapersonal communication. What is intrapersonal communication? Intrapersonal communication means a communication that we do within ourselves. I know with this concept you all will be easily able to relate because every day every one of us communicate with each other for everything that we do. More than with the interpersonal communication or a group communication or even with mass communication, I think majority of our time we dedicate for intrapersonal communication. And intrapersonal communication is the key for self-development. You may wonder, how is that? That is because whenever you talk something to somebody, whenever you communicate anything, it is within yourself you communicate first. Yes or no? Right. We communicate within ourselves. That is nothing but intrapersonal communication. And when you communicate to yourself, there's somebody within you who tells you what is right, what is wrong. There are two kinds of voices that come within ourselves. Some says yes, one says no. So out of these two things, we go with one. Now that is the intrapersonal communication, and that is what makes your attitude. There is a connection between building a right kind of attitude with the intrapersonal communication. Now attitude is of both ways, whether it is positive or negative. But if you want to have a positive attitude, you should counsel yourself in a positive way. But unfortunately, majority of us don't do that. We counsel ourselves in a negative way because we have been listening that from the interpersonal communication that happens with the world. Now there are so many people around us in this world who keep telling certain negative things or give us something wrong direction, and we believe them more than we believe in ourselves. When you believe in yourself, you will be able to understand how strong you are. But unfortunately, we believe in outer world that is existing. Now, intrapersonal communication, how to strengthen that? That is, you have to talk to yourself. You have to first give importance and priority to yourself, your choices, your decisions. Now that builds the right attitude, I have already told. Now when I talk about attitude, every time in my classes, I keep telling my students also one interesting story that I have read. And I would like to take this opportunity to tell that story again. I know many of you who are watching this may be knowing this story. But still, for those people who did not know about this story, I would like to repeat it. And those who know this story, please, you can again relate yourself with it and also give this story to many people, because this is the story that has made a change in my life, and I know many of my students' life also. I think this is a story that you must listen, which will help you also to develop that kind of attitude in your life. So let me share with you one of interesting story that I have read, and I always share this story with all my students because this is one of the story that is very close to my heart, and this story also will give you a good understanding. You might have heard this story. This is a story from one of the famous book, You Can Win, written by Shiv Kher. This is about personality development book. My dear friends, you can follow this book also to learn more about personality development. This is a story about a boy who went to a fair, you know, the exhibitions that go in the villages. So he went to that exhibition. There he saw different kind of things are sold. Out of that, one of the area where his eye got caught was the balloon seller. You know, kids love balloons. So this helium filled balloons were released by the balloon seller every time whenever his business was going down. So he has different kind of balloons, red, white, blue, and different kind of balloons he used to release in the air. And kids used to come to that place and buy the balloons. After a period of time observing this balloon seller, the boy comes to the balloon seller and asks him a question. He asks the balloon seller that, will this red color balloon fly in the sky? The balloon seller says yes. And will this white color balloon fly in the sky? The balloon seller says yes, of course. Then he asks his final question, that will this black color balloon also fly? The balloon seller is moved with this question. And then he says, my dear child, it is not the color of the balloon that is making it go up in the sky. It is what is there inside the balloon is making it go up in the sky. Which means it is not our outer appearance. It is not how we look. It is how we are inside our heart makes us go up in our life. And intrapersonal communication helps us in terms of making that kind of a person who can be successful in your life. Most of the time we believe in others. This point I am repeating again is because we trust others more than ourselves. The first key for self development is to have belief on yourself. You must believe yourself that you can do those things that you have never did in your life. I have my own personal experiences which I can also share, where I've realized that if you determine yourself, you can achieve anything. When I say you do determine yourself, I mean the self confidence. Right kind of attitude gives you right kind of self confidence. When you are self confident, you can achieve anything that you think could have thought in your past that is impossible. Now, self confidence or right attitude has three main factors. One is your environment. I have been telling you, your environment. When I have began my career, confident about what is around me and people around me, I don't know how they are. Am I eligible for this position, or will I be able to teach these people? Like that, I had so many thoughts in my mind. But the environment in which I was put in, I was forced to learn. I was forced to understand things. I was forced to, mingle with them. I was forced to talk in the language in which they are talking. And that made me what today I am. So, consciously I have learned, and unconsciously it has become part of my life. Then education. Never ever leave your education for any reasons. This is my sincere advice to everybody, because that gives you unknowing confidence towards something that you are doing. Because when you are educating yourself, need not necessarily it should be a book knowledge. I would mostly believe in the external knowledge rather than a knowledge that you gain from textbooks and all that. You have to observe your surroundings. You have to understand people. Textbooks can give you knowledge, but wisdom you have to generate from the knowledge that you gain. And education must bring discipline in you. When you are disciplined, when you make your chart for the day, all these things I have to do in a day, these are the most important things that I have to do in the morning, these are the things that I have to report by tomorrow. If you make a list of this, keep yourself in a disciplined manner, you will never have any problem in your future that you haven't done your things on time. That gives you a self development. People think you are prompt, you are right, and you report your work on time whenever it is required. Being self confident, being in a right attitude is nothing but self development. And self development is something, as I told you, my dear friends, you must keep working on everyday basis. There are so many people who will tell you the wrong things even though you are doing the right thing. I think you all know, this particular saying that successful people don't do different things, they do things differently. They are also having the same 24/7 time that we have, but how they are successful is because of their self development. It is because of their self confidence, because of their right attitude. And all this is done through intrapersonal communication. You have to have your own analysis for everything, and then you have to compare with the people. There may be good people in your life who suggest you right things. There may be bad people also in your life, but how you make a judgment of it, it is your own intrapersonal communication that helps you in terms of that. Now we are living in a wonderful informative world, right, where we have solutions but we don't know how to follow them. I would suggest listen to personality oriented, personality development speeches. There's so many in the online available. Read wonderful books, like as I suggest one of them, You Can Win, Open Eye Meditation. These are certain books that you can read and listen to certain good words, at least, out of any other charity that you do. A charity of knowledge is the biggest out of all, is because these days, when this is an informative world, we have lot of misinformation also, and these days people, because of this misinformation, they are also unaware that they are misguiding others. They believe what others say is right and they suggest it to you also, but your understanding towards things make you believe that what decision you have taken is right, and you can also in written tell your friends that no, what you are understanding is wrong, this is right. If you develop your knowledge and look for right information, it is in your hands to do anything in a right way. That is what is called as a choice. We have never success comes by chance, it comes by choice. You have to choose. Enjoyment every time we can do. In a 1 week, you can dedicate 1 day for your entertainment, but remaining days you have to work for hard work. Something that you achieve with hard work has long run life rather than something comes by luck or chance. I hope this particular message that I have given you on self development had helped you. I have just given you a brief understanding of self development. In fact, it's a very big topic, so much we can go inside to learn about it. If we get time, I would be able to talk much more on this, but I'm hoping that this video has helped you to focus on identify something like called intrapersonal communication that you do within yourself, and communicate the right things to yourself so that your confidence builds and you develop a right attitude. Thank you all.